Very good morning to the examiner and fellow candidates. The situation that I've been given is there has been an increase in number of road accidents. One of the ways to stay safe is by wearing a helmet. A helmet is a head protection gear that is usable for cyclists and also for the people who use motorbikes to travel on the road. This helmet is able to protect your head from any minor injuries if you happen to get into any accidents. And without a helmet, when you get into an accident, you can trip and fall to the ground, injuring your head, which might lead to a very fatal injury, thus losing your life. Aside from that, this helmet a helmet is able to protect the organ, one of the most important organ in our head, which is our brain. Our brain is very useful as it is the stuff that makes us think and overall do our activities. So protecting the brain comes first. So wearing a helmet is very, very important when it comes to road safety. Last but not least, when we are talking about helmet, we must also choose the correct type of helmet. Meaning, the helmet must be sturdy, strong. So, buying it not from the local street store, instead, we must buy it from the authorized people, especially authorized by the government, so that it have good quality and can ensure your safety if you happen to get into a road accident. That's all from me. Thank you.
Very good morning to the examiner and to the candidates. The situation I'm given is there has been an increase in the number of road accidents. One of the ways to stay safe is crossing roads at the right places. I have three reasons to justify my point. Firstly, one of the places we should cross the roads at are the zebra crossings. This is mainly because zebra crossings are designated for pedestrians to cross the road, as it is situated usually at traffic lights. With that, we're able to push a button and notify the drivers that we're about to cross the road, ensuring our safety. Secondly, we should use our overhead bridges. This is mainly because overhead bridges can not only just avoid traffic itself, but it is more safer than zebra crossings, as they get as zebra crossings might have drivers that do not obey the rules, but overhead bridges allows us to be able to cross the road safely without encountering the traffic at all. Thirdly, if there is no designated places to cross the road, we should look we should not stand somewhere near a blind spot where the drivers are not able to see where we stand, and this is very dangerous. To cross the road, we need to stand at the place where everyone can see us, that is not blocked by a tree, street light, or a bush that is going to hinder their sight and thus causing dangers. For example, if we were to cross a road to a restaurant where there is no zebra crossing, we need to also look left and right before we cross the road. That's all from me. Thank you.
Very good morning to the examiners and fellow candidates. The situation I've been given is there has been an increase in the number of road accidents. Here's some ways to stay safe is one of the ways to stay safe is not wearing dark colored clothes at night. So first, I have three reasons to justify my point. First, people shouldn't wear dark colored clothes at night because of if you wear the dark clothes at night, the driver will very difficult to discover you at the beside the road when you want to cross the road and take out. So it will cause the road accidents happens more happen at that time. So like people walking beside the road sometimes if they wearing the dark colored happened the car accident at that time. So besides that, also that people should wear some bright colors, clothes like yellow colors or reflection vest to let other people realize that they got people stay there to avoid the road accidents happen. That's all for me. Thank you.
A very good morning to examiner and fellow candidates. The situation that I've been given is there has been an increase in the number of road accidents. Not using the phone while on the road is one of the reasons, one of the ways that we can do to make sure that we are safe. Firstly, we should pay attention on the road, no whether drivers or the walkers. As we know, modern society likes to watch reels and short videos like TikTok and reels on Instagram when they are free. So it means they might also watch all these videos when they are driving and they are crossing a road. So it might increase the number of road accidents because they couldn't pay much attention on the roads. For example, when a driver is watching reels, videos, they might not realize what was happening around them. So when there are people crossing the road, they can't see. So it is a risk of their life because they have to take the responsibility of that. Other than that, they will know what is happening in surroundings. For example, when the workers is crossing a road, when they are drunk driving or frantic driving, they will notice that instantly, so they can make some actions to avoid accidents happen. That's all from me. Thank you.
Let's kickstart our discussion on how can the government improve road safety. First and foremost, government can improve the road safety by implementing or giving education to the people. I would like to specifically emphasize on the drivers who are the main people who uses the road. These drivers should be taught on the rules and regulations that has been set for the roads. Thus, each drivers who apply for license should undergo a set of educations where they can learn to follow the signs, the road signs that have been set, and also other rules such as traffic lights. Only after getting the proper education, the drivers should be given the license to drive on the road. What do you guys think?
I totally agree with your point, candidate A. Individuals that uses the roads daily and directly have to be taught the rules and regulations. But speaking of education, I would also like to emphasize on children at school. They should be taught the traffic rules, traffic signs, and safety tips when they are at school. This allows them to make a habit when they are learning, as for example, crossing a road safely by looking left and right, and when they are older, they're able to apply this to their daily lives, and this would increase the number of dangers that people encounter when crossing the road. How about you, Daisy?
If you guys just now say that the education is one of the most effective ways to improve the road safety, because that just now that you mentioned that let let the people know that the safety is very important for their for the road safety. So, but for me, I think that the driving age is also one of the ways to let the government improve the road of safety, because of government should set a driving age to all of us, because of if let some people like under 18 know about the driving rules, and then it will cause the road accidents happens at that time. Okay, that's it.
I agree. Candidate A and B have said education is playing uh, take responsibility on road safety. So I would like to elaborate more about teach students about the basic rule is also important. That that the school must take responsibilities. For example, the school should have some lessons to the children about the basic rule of the roads. For example, like the students play near to the road, so they will not risk themselves or the drivers. And also, they should know about the basic rule about how to cross zebra crossings. What do you guys think?
I think that's a good idea. From what I said, I talk about drivers, while you talk about the people in the society, on how education will affect them with the safety, with the road safety. I would like to add one of my own points, which is that government should constantly or continuously check the condition of the road, basically the condition of the road safety. Uh, for example, if you take a look at the roads, if the roads are broken, if the roads have holes, means uh, government should take proper actions on repairing it. And aside from that, if the traffic lights are broken, government should take immediate action on repairing the traffic lights so it can prevent from any casualties from happening. What do you guys think?
I agree with your point too, Candidate A. Do you think street lights could also improve the road conditions? Fixing street lights, I mean.
Street lights, as in the traffic or the street lights.
Mainly street lights because I see roads they are not lit up properly, and this causes people not being able to see well and cause a lot of accidents
Well,
consequently.
that is very true, and yeah, street lights is also one of the things that government should look at and fix, so it is safe for the pedestrians and the drivers who use the road. What do you guys think? Ladies?
I totally agree with you. Just now say that government is need to make sure the condition of the road is in a good condition. So because of if like the road is not in a good condition, like maybe the road got a hole um, broken, it will cause the driver can't drive the car in a good condition because of the road. It will cause many road accident will happen at the time because of the road is have many problems at the time. So and then
Um, I like to elaborate more about driving age. Since Malaysia has a lot of amateur people that drive when they are not enough, when they are not reaches the driving age. So what they could do is that they will drive in a very high speed, especially at midnight, when all the car drivers can't see properly. When they are driving at high speed, it's hard to brake to prevent accidents happens. And I would also like to talk about the speed limits. I think speed limits should be set up at the public areas such as at hospitals, schools, and all these places that have high publicities. If this in this in these situations, drivers have enough time to do any actions when an emergency situation happens, such as when a child suddenly come out from the schools. When they are very slow, so they will have time to interact, so they can brake immediately, so to prevent all these accidents happen. What do you guys think?
That is very true, candidate D. I also think that yeah, speed limit should be proposed, especially in public areas, specifically around schools and hospitals, as it's one of the places most populated with people. Aside from that, I would also say that the government should enforce the laws. Okay, this is because, as you said, there are many amateurs that drives carelessly in our country. So, by enforcing the laws and giving out uh, harsher fines, will make the people who drive recklessly to abide the laws and prevent any accidents from occurring. What do you guys think?
I think the point there is okay, that when you increase fines and enforce laws, people become more scared to be here because they wouldn't want to be punished by the laws. I would also like to add on my own point. The government could spread awareness through social media or through flyers as well. This is mainly because even through education, people might not still be aware of the real dangers. For example, they could share videos or demonstrations of what actually might happen if we don't abide the laws or what is the causes. People might not know what are the causes of why road accidents actually happen. So they could show videos and post information on how to keep ourselves safe and how to avoid accidents. Hey Lady, what do you think?
I agree. Candidate A has says that government should enhance the law, the traffic laws to avoid or to decrease the case of accidents happens. For example, like they should give penalties to all these drivers who drunk driving. So it is a risk to it is a risk to let all these drivers driving on the road because they are not taking responsibility on people's life and also their own life. Because if drunk driving, it might happen a very big or serious accident such as it could cause death. What do you guys think?
I think that is true. What do you think about increasing the fines? What type of fines should be increased, candidates?
I think that some things um, like someone for the people who didn't like double parking or um, over the speed limit. This is very important for the government should do it because of if didn't have increased the fines, it will cause the people to just ignore sometimes the rules of the driving, and then it will cause many road accident will happen at times. So
To make the fines can be given more effectively, I think the government should also have the roadblock, especially at midnight, because at midnight they a lot of people driving without following the rules. Also, they drunk driving. So to make the fines can be given to these people who making force. So roadblock is a good way to penalty all these people. What do you guys think?
yeah, like just now that candidate says that have work in the midnight because of most of the time got the drunk driver just drunk at the midnight and then they drive go back home. They thought that wouldn't have people to stay at there and then to catch them because of they didn't obey the rules of the drive. So and then
I think that's about it.
so in conclusion,